Coast got its start in the late 1880s as the Astor Street District. It was originally named after John Jacob Astor, who was one of the richest people in the country. In 1875, Lakeshore Drive became a popular spot for leisurely lakefront rides, and Gold Coast soon became a place more frequently visited. Potter Palmer and James Charnley built mansions in the neighborhood, which was followed by other wealthy families. This brought up the status of the neighborhood. Some famous landmarks that are included are the John Hancock Center and Water Tower Place. I like working with our group. We got along well and enjoyed each other's company. When we visited Gold Coast, I felt a little out of place because we went into really expensive stores that I would usually not go into because I'm not rich. Gold Coast is a wealthy neighborhood, and the people who were walking around dressed really nicely. Unlike me, who was wearing leggings and a sweatshirt. I couldn't see myself living there because it's a little too upper class for me, but I would love to go back and shop there. We were all surprised about how wealthy of an area it was, and it made us all motivated to do well in school so we could get good jobs and afford to buy nice things.
Alright, so the Gold Coast is really easy to get to with the Red Line. So what we did, we went to the Clark and Division stop and just got off there. And then we just walked south on Rush Street, and those were where like mainly all the stores were. And then we got down kind of by the Chicago stop, and that's what the stop we took back to get back to Loyola. So yeah, it was really easy to get to at the Red Line. As for activities, basically in the Gold Coast, it's like a lot of shopping, a lot of stores, pretty expensive stores too. So that was cool just to kind of see like the upper class Chicago. And then also with the stores, there were a lot of restaurants, and so I would recommend going to Epic Burger. We went there for lunch at the end, which was really fun. And so yeah, mainly just for activities, it's just like shopping and eating. Also, I would recommend stopping into one of the stores because it's fun just to walk by and look in the windows, but we actually went into one like Versace, and that was really fun just to go into a really expensive store with like bodyguards and everything. So yeah, those would be some recommendations. And yeah, for like the personal reflection, I thought it was a nice time just to get to know some new people, just to kind of see like the upper class part of Chicago. So yeah, it was fun. I don't know if I'd go back to actually shop, but just to walk around, I definitely would.
So some demographics for Gold Coast. So the average male age is about 49.2, and average female age is 47.4. There are about 4,738 males and 6,291 females. So the average household size is 1.5 people, and there's only 16.6% of the households there are family households. So this kind of, it shows that it's more of, more like parents, kids moved out. I feel like there's less, young kids living in Gold Coast. It's more like, maybe retired, married couple. Some other attractions, there's a bunch of restaurants. There's one called the Bistrot Zinc. It's a fancy French restaurant. The Nico Osteria, it's a sophisticated Italian restaurant. And Carmine's, it's another Italian restaurant. And then stores, there's Versace, Vineyard Vines, Lululemon. There's an Adidas store, which is really nice. Mainly a lot of the stuff there is very expensive. It's very upper class kind of town. There's a lot. It's just like a very wealthy area. And so for my reflection, I just had a really good time just exploring a different part of Chicago that I probably wouldn't have went unless I had this project. I got to hang out with two cool people that I didn't really know before, and we got to get to know each other. It was a lot of fun. We walked around, went to shops. It was painful because I couldn't buy anything because everything was too expensive, but it was cool, because I got to see it. And I just had an overall good time. It kind of showed me really the different parts of Chicago, and it's just an area that I